Welcome, Bluffton Tigers, Southern Wells Raiders fans, and we are live from Bluffton High School as the Bluffton Tigers get set to take on the Raiders. Here's Street Fair Week. We got the A team tonight. Kevin Sills from the Raiders squad. Sim Kipper is always joining me on our Bluffton Tigers broadcast. Tigers come in with a record of 2-5. Raiders 4-1. But Kevin, the one hurt.
Yeah, the one really hurt for the Southern Wells Raiders as they took a loss to the Woodland Warriors last week. Raiders having a lot of mistakes in that game. Really could have kept it a lot closer than what it was, as they've really been keeping mistake-free football the few games before that. But, boy, Woodland just a good squad, and boy, they didn't make a mistake hardly all night.
So when you think about this matchup tonight and the skill positions, especially Eskridge, how do you think the Southern Wells defense matches up against a skill guy like Dwayne?
One thing Southern Wells has struggled with all season is still, and it's year to year to year, it's the same thing. It's in the secondary. Pass coverage, they typically go with that zone coverage, and we're seeing a lot of quarterbacks starting to find those holes in the zone, and they're really hitting deep, and Raiders just aren't ready for it. Play action passes are killing the Raiders. They'll run the football. Here comes that play action, wide open downfield every time. Woodland really hurt them on that last week as well.
So, we covered that Raider game down in Indianapolis, and they had a couple of skill guys, and they got hurt by those skill guys a couple of times, but they did make some big stops, and in that game got some big turnovers.
Yeah, they did. They played very well. They just, Park Tudor broke a couple plays big, a kickoff return, and I believe it was a long run. But other than that, Southern Wells handled them really well.
And when you think back on that game and some of the games that we've seen, at times the Tigers have really struggled to stop the run, and we know the Raiders like to pound the ball on the ground.
Yeah, if one thing Southern Wells is going to do, they're going to run the football. So,
yeah, definitely. When they run the football, if they get tired of running the football, they run it a little
bit. They run it a little bit more. So,
although he did put up a couple passes,
and they look good. They look good too when he threw the ball.
Well, folks, we've got a little bit of video issues going on tonight, and we've got some new gear coming. So if you are on and the video seems a little jerky, we're going to be trying to correct that here probably in the next 15 to 20 minutes. It may mean that we've got to go off the air briefly to get that done, but we'll try to get that done as soon as possible. So while we do that, we're going to take a timeout, thank a few sponsors, and be right back in a couple minutes with the start of this ball game.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you? Or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org. Costly misconceptions about collision repair. Brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lawrence Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrencebodyshop.com.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network. We are now broadcasting directly to YouTube, so be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can catch all of our broadcasts there. If you've got any device that's got a YouTube app, whether that's a Roku or your phone or a tablet, you now can get all of our broadcasts directly from YouTube. That's Voice Sports Network on YouTube. Teams are out at midfield waiting the coin toss. As we get to stare directly into the sun, looks like the Raiders did win the toss. They will elect to receive. Kevin, you ever get to play on an artificial turf in your days?
State championship.
State championship. Yeah, there you go. What's it like? I mean, is it a significant difference from a player perspective playing on artificial turf?
You are extremely fast, and you get a lot of rug burn.
And how long does that last?
A long time.
That's like when I played softball, and you always wear the short softball pants.
Yeah.
You always got the slide burns.
Yep. Imagine that all over your body.
Well, it is Street Fair week, and I've been down there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think that's every day, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much every day.
How about you?
I just went down for the the parade last night.
And if you want to catch out any of the parades, we streamed all the parades. We also streamed the coil contest last night. And tomorrow night, we'll be streaming the Bluffton Idol contest. I noticed you didn't enter the Idol contest.
No,
Kevin.
I was a late entry. Dale told me I was too late.
She's subtle like that.
I mean, I tried to register in early January. She said I was too late for entry, so I don't know what the deal is with the entry thing. So,
Again, Tigers will be kicking off. And I didn't get Raiders starters, Kevin. So
well, on the starting side, usually we got the familiar faces of Bonowit. We'll have Barkus out there. You'll hear that name quite often. As I look through the lineup here, Seth Trissel was injured last week, I believe, on the sideline. Not sure what was going on there. You'll also have Cody Bass quite a bit in the backfield, and Keaton Coleman usually out at wide receiver. Every time the Raiders pass, it's usually to Keaton Coleman, so watch for that.
And is that Cody back deep to receive?
And I believe.
And it doesn't matter because it gets kicked out of bounds.
Yep. So on the
obviously trying to keep it away from Cody. It's
right. Raiders run a lot of traditional wishbone offense here. We'll see if they come out in that. On the defensive side for the Raiders, we started to touch on it earlier, talking about Eskridge. Watch for I would think the Tigers are going to go a lot off tackle tonight. Raiders have struggled a little bit with that, with the C gap and beyond. So we'll see how they adjust to that tonight.
Well, Dwayne had the makings of probably what would have been a 400-yard day at Jay County. Ripped off his first two runs for 50 yards a shot and then got injured early into the second quarter. But it was exciting while he was on the field. He's heavily taped up tonight, and there was a lot of people pretty worried he might not be back after that game. But he is. This is DeCorian Eskridge kicking off for the Tigers for the second time after they marked off the 5-yard penalty. And Bass will field it at about the 12, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets a block and drugged down by the ankles to the 37.
Looks like number 34, Everett Johnson, on the tackle.
So, Kevin and Sim, I'm gonna turn this over to you while I work on some equipment issues.
All righty, folks. Looks like Raiders are going to take over right around the 37-yard line. Raiders come out. Looks like they are going to start out in that wishbone formation. Receiver up top. Again, Bryce Bonowit, the man under center for the Raiders. Here's a snap. Hand over left side. Looks like maybe Barkus there on the carry. He's going to get a good chunky yardage on the play, about 7 yards. So again, Raiders using a lot of misdirection in their offense, especially coming out of that wishbone. So second down and about 4. Raiders still inside their own territory. Again, that wishbone formation. You're going to see that a lot tonight. And off left side to the fullback. Number 22 for the Raiders. And that is Trissel, who was absent last week.
So, do they run much different than that wishbone offense? That's usually what they run, isn't it?
Yeah, every once in a while they'll kick in a single back formation with wings to both sides and put a man in motion, but really it's just these two formations. So wishbone once again. Hand off over to the right side. Raider ball carrier getting just past midfield. And that looks like Bass on the play. So Raiders going to stick with the running game just as they usually do and having some success early here against the Tigers. So now into Bluffton territory. Ball spotted at 49. Second down and about 6.5. So it looks like we're finally starting to get some crowd here.
Yeah, it took them a little while to show up tonight. Maybe they were all up at the fair having a veneer or something.
Marcus goes in motion, hand off to Tressel, and he picks up a first down. So ball's going to be spotted around the 40, and they'll move the chains. So 4 plays and 2 first downs for the Raiders. Again, we're just getting started out here in the first quarter. Street Fair bragging rights on the line. It's always good for the kids, especially even after the game and on the Saturdays, to actually have the bragging rights to wear the jerseys afterwards and say, you know what, we beat you.
We beat you last night. Yeah, they have one day to rub that in on the last day of Street Fair, and hopefully they were all up there today because Bluffton didn't have school. Right. I don't know if Southern Wells had school today or not, but
I'm not sure.
I'm sure a lot of the boys were up there and maybe riding a few rides and eating a few snacks.
Yep. Hopefully not too much fried stuff because you'll feel that at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, it'll start coming up after the end of the first quarter usually.
Energy's going high, and not so much.
Yeah.
So after the timeout, both squads heading back out, getting ready for the first down here at around the 40. And the Raiders having some good success here early, running the football out of that wishbone formation. It's one of those things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here's a snap, hand off over the left side to Barkus, and there the Tigers get inside and stop him for about a 1-yard gain. So the Tigers making some quick substitutions here on this balmy fall evening.
If we could just put up a big sunscreen, this would be
cow,
perfect.
Yeah. I'm positioned just right where I've got the bar of the window.
You'll have to
right
keep
my
moving
sight.
that
as
it goes along throughout the evening.
And there's that single back formation. Bonowitz going to keep it. He's going to get to the right side, and he is quick once he gets away, and he does. 10-5, touchdown, Raiders. No flags on the play, and that one's going to stick. Raiders go up 6-0.
Well, Sim, as we feared when we were at Indianapolis, when they saw this Raider running attack, they might struggle, and they certainly started on the first drive.
They have struggled. They had a couple good stops there, but all in all, they can't keep up with necessarily who has the football.
Folks, after we watch this extra point, we're going to be making an equipment change, so we may be down for just a few minutes, but we're not going to lose much time. Just be patient with us. Kick is up.
Looks good for my house.
Looks good for my house as well. 7-0 Raiders. And again, we're going to log off. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Well, welcome back, folks. Again, sorry about that, but I think you're going to find our video is looking much better now. Tigers have run 2 plays, have gotten the ball down inside the 35 to the 34. It's a 1st and 10, but we got a player down. And
I was trying to see the number on the player, but
it's Dakota Cole.
Is it Cole?
Number 3.
Okay. So while they tend to him, I'm going to continue to work on our.
And the Raiders did, with the kickoff there, tried to pull a New Orleans Saints in the Super Bowl a few years ago, trying to kick at an onside kick, and it almost worked to their advantage.
It did almost work, but of course we're sort of used to that. Nobody kicks deep to Bluffton because of Dwayne back there, and so our front 8 there get a lot of action on kickoffs. So.
And it looks like Cole's going to make his way off. He's going to walk under his own power. Not sure if it's a knee or an ankle, but something's definitely bothering him over there on the sideline. So Tigers going to line up here. Davis, the quarterback here tonight. He's got Eskridge back here in the backfield with him. Pistol formation, handoff right side to Eskridge. He's met very quickly by the Raider defender. And I believe that was, can't tell if that was number 44 for the Raiders making the tackle, or I believe number 14.
Number 14.
Cameron Cook in on the tackle. So Eskridge had an opportunity here just before the play, actually, that Cole was hurt on. Had a good hole there on the left side, but the Raiders were able to kind of clamp down on it and bring him down there on the sideline. Shotgun formation. Twins both sides. Pass over to the left. Quick little curl route. Complete. And they'll be about 1.5 yards short of the first down.
Davis has went with a couple quick passes here on this drive. Both of them complete. He's trying to feel that Southern Wells secondary out and see what they have.
And the Tigers are doing it right because the Raiders secondary has struggled this year. But looks like they are going to a man defense. And there's a flag flying in the air. Handoff right up the middle, and we'll see if that comes back as somebody got caught cheating.
Brandon Lockwood on the carry, tackled by Bryce Bonowet for the Raiders. Flags on the play. Yeah, I don't know if we had enough guys on the line.
And the officials congregate around the 20.
Legal.
And it looks like the penalty will go against the Tigers, and we'll come back. So apparently traveling on the offense.
Traveling
right?
on the offense, yeah. Scott, that's plagued the Bluffton Tigers all year is inopportune penalties at just the worst times.
It sure has.
So the official's going to reset the ball here. And they're going to decide where they want to put it.
Illegal formation.
So it is an official illegal formation.
5-yard penalty.
Well, we were close. Legal formation.
Traveling illegal formation. Nah, it's close enough. Either way, somebody was traveling. Twins of both sides of the line of scrimmage. Single back in the backfield. Davis and man under center. Pistol formation. Here's the handoff. Same identical play as before. And Raiders are ready for it. So it picks up a few yards on a play.
Yeah, Lockwood, he can be explosive through that hole. If you give him a chance to get past that original line, you've got to watch him. He's deceptively quick.
So the Tigers definitely saying they're in 4-down territories. We got 4th down and about 4. Ball spotted right around the 32-yard line. And trips up to the top side of your screen. Davis calls for the snap. Tries to get the hard count. Nobody moving. Raiders doing a good job of watching the football. Here's the snap. Davis drops back. Has his man in the flat. And that's Eskridge. He makes a play on the football. Makes one man miss. But doesn't get away from the second one. But he does pick up the first down on the play.
Pass from Tim Davis to Dwayne Eskridge. Gain of 7 to 8 yards on the play. First down for the Tigers.
Looks like number 21 for the Raiders, Braxton Gerber, was in on one of the players in on the tackle.
They give Dwayne a lot of cushion on that pass. And
so again, that same formation. Twins both sides, handoff over to the left. Raiders right there as they shoot right through all the gaps. That's probably going to be a loss of 1 on the play.
Carry by Dwayne Eskridge. Little to no gain on the play. Tackled by number 51, Elijah Barkle for the Raiders.
So Markell in on the play for the Raiders. And it's kind of fun because I used to actually coach the 5th and 6th grade for the Southern Wells Raiders, and these seniors are actually one of my first groups.
Were they?
Yeah, I think it was my second year these guys were out there playing for 5th grade. That's beautiful music.
You like that?
Pistol formation once again. Trips to the bottom side of your screen. Davis drops back to pass. Guys a man in a flat. And that's Eskridge again. Tries to make a man miss. Gets him to. And it looks like Gerber couldn't make the play. But Cook was in on the tackle for the Raiders.
It's going to be very close to a first down. Maybe a half a yard short.
So these screen plays working really well here for the Tigers, especially with Eskridge having that ability to move and open field space. A lot of room up top of that screen. plays. Boy, if the Tigers drop back and throw another screenplay just like they did to Eskridge, they might have a score here. And that's the same exact play they run again, but overthrown that time. And Raiders try to get to it because it was very close to being a lateral
I think that
pass.
might have been a lateral.
That would have been a backwards pass there. It's a good thing he had enough on that to get out of bounds. So.
19-yard line. The Tigers. Ball there, 4th down and 7.
They did call it a backwards pass because they moved it back.
So 4th down and long now for the Tigers, just inside that red zone at the 19. So big opportunity for them. So this side twins to both sides. Pistol formation once again. Davis drops back. He's got some pressure. Gets the ball off and and it is caught right around just inside the 5. Wow, what a catch there by the Tiger player.
Can't tell who that was.
Is that 21?
81.
81. So Marcus Morgan.
Marcus Morgan. He's got some good hands. He had to go up and get that one, though.
So big 4th down there for the Tigers as they're able to pick it up after being 4th and long. And let's see how the Raider defense responds. Davis hands it off left side. And they punch it in there just outside of the left guard.
Lockwood, Brandon Lockwood.
This for the touchdown for the Tigers.
So the Tigers going to come out and kick this one away.
Scott, we'll see if this kick looks better than the one last week down at Jay County.
Yeah, I think she's still looking for her first.
Yeah, she's
Hannah's
missed
still
2.
looking for her first. She missed the one up at Woodland, and she missed one at Jay County. And I think after that they went for 2 every time. So she's got the leg.
Yeah, we've watched her in warm-ups.
Kick is up.
I think it's good.
And it's good.
There
Got
it is. It's got her
one.
first points.
Bluffton extra point kick is good by number 7, Hannah Klein.
All right, and the great news is you guys get to keep talking because
Excellent.
I don't have commercials loaded up.
Well, the sun's about ready to get over that horizon, so we're going to have a nice little sunglass time off.
Yeah, as soon as that sun drops behind those trees there, we'll have it made. But right now is the worst time. You just can't seem to get away from it.
So apparently the Bluffton Street Fair must have ran out of fish because the crowd is starting to flow in.
Either ran out of fish or, the rides all
butter,
stopped
one or
at
the
6
other.
o'clock. Yeah, or the oil all went bad for all the deep-fried foods.
So 7-7 on your scoreboard here in the first quarter. 4:25 left. And boy, Bluffton just has a heck of a nice field. That's just a beautiful football field.
Especially when you can see it because the
Yeah,
sun's
absolutely.
down below the horizon.
Yeah, it is a very nice facility, and it's nice for the kids to play on something like that. You just don't get that very often in high school football.
So Tigers going to line up to kick this one away. And hey, you think they got one up their sleeve to try to onside one to the Raiders? Raiders got a lot of deep players back. And kick is away. Line drive. And that's going to stay and go into the end zone, and Raiders will start out their own 20.
Yeah, DeCorian, he gets a hold of it. He can put the ball down there a long ways. He's catching on to the kicking duties real well. He was splitting it with Dwayne many of the first few games, and pretty much here the last.
I think Dwayne being a little nicked up, they've probably decided he's not going to.
DeCorian will be it.
Yep.
And Raiders coming out here on offense, lining up in that wishbone formation. Coleman up top with the wide receiver. And again, the Raiders do a very good job of running, and then every once in a while they'll throw in that play-action pass for a big gain. So handoff that time. Looks like Barkus may be the man on a carry. Let's see if that wasn't Barkus. 25 as Cody Bass.
Tackled by Matt Hilton. Matt will be in on a lot of tackles coming from that inside linebacker spot. He's got a good football head on his shoulders. He knows where to be.
So second down and about 7 yards to go. Single back formation, wings to both sides, so look for a man to go in motion here for the Raiders. And that's Barkas. Bonnewick going to hand it off to Trissel up the center, looked like. That is. You know, we talked about the kicking game earlier, and it's fun to tell this story from my days playing during our state title run. And we had a foreign exchange student. He was a soccer player from where he came from. And we're like, who's this guy coming out trying out for the football team? And it's the first practice we've seen him out there. He lines up to kick one up, or like this kid, the beanpole kid coming out here. And he's sitting there kicking 50-yard field goals. And the first kick we see, everybody's just like watching him. Yeah, he can play. We'll let him out here. And there it is. Raiders throw the pass up in the air, try to catch the Tigers off guard. Intended receiver was number 25, Bass. But he could not haul it in as the Tiger defender knocked it away. So great coverage by the Tigers. So for his name was Klaus Mark Frederick Rubens. And he's forever known as the Belgium leg.
The Belgium leg. The Southern Wells Belgium leg. Yeah, you don't see many high school football players going to kick a 50-yard field goal.
Oh, it was a touchback every time he kicked a kickoff.
But could he kick a field goal?
Yes, he could.
From how far?
I think he kicked us a 35-yard, 40-yard field goal once.
Yeah, you got to love that.
And he celebrated and almost got flagged on it, too.
That's just not right.
Ball almost goes out of bounds. Tiger player picks it up, goes with it. Gets about an 8-yard return out of it as the Raiders punt it away.
Every high school field goal, that penalty should be eliminated.
Exactly. Especially in the ACAC. So both squads going to switch sides here. Tigers going to start out in their own territory. Just under 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Ball game tied 7-7.
First down and 10 for the Tigers.
As neither team really having one big advantage over the other right now. Pretty even play. But Tigers definitely came out with a game plan to throw the football.
We wondered if they would after the second half at Jay County without Dwayne. They threw the football quite a bit.
That time they hand it off up the middle. Pick up about 5.5 yards on the play.
There's Lockwood there.
For Bluffton by number 32, Brandon Lockwood.
So Lockwood, 5'8", 155-pound sophomore. Getting a good yardage on that one. Twins to both sides. Pistol formation. Here's a snap. Davis has some pressure. And Raiders don't seal all the holes, and he gets away and picks up the first down into Raider territory.
That was nice-looking vision by Tim.
We've said that all along, that he is very aware of what's going around him in the pocket.
Yeah, he's got
when
good
that
pocket
pressure comes in,
presence.
he knows when it's time to leave.
And a great job that time of Raiders putting the pressure on. Unfortunately, when you put the pressure on sometimes, you leave the middle of the lane wide open. Same formation. Davis drops back once again. Raiders getting a little more pressure again. Wide open. 5 and touchdown Tigers on the play.
Trey Hohola.
Yep, the senior at 5'3", 146 pounds, making the big touchdown catch after an excellent throw from Davis.
And Hannah back out on the field.
Can we go? What were we the first week here?
I think we were 4 for 4, and then I think we missed one.
Yeah.
See how many Hannah can string together here.
So they line it up for the extra point. Kick is up. I'll tell you what, looked pretty good.
Looked good from here.
Excellent. And then she puts it up there 14-7 in favor of your Bluffton Tigers.
On your Subway scoreboard. We'll be right back, we hope.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332. Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Welcome back, Raider and Tiger Nation for that matter.
For over
2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Again, 14-7 on your Subway scoreboard. And Tigers kicking it off, and they don't like the look of that green field. They're going to kick it out of bounds.
Bluffton kick by DeCoy Eskridge goes out of bounds.
You got 53 yards to get that. You can't
keep
it
in, but and it's always something about that west side too. It never comes to
I
to
think
the
it's
east
uneven
side.
out there. I think that's what the problem is.
Maybe the field slopes that way.
Might have been a Southern Wells Raiders technician out here when they were trying to
level
this out,
grading the subgrade. When they put this field in, they finished it up about 2 hours before the first home game, and they didn't know if it was going to be ready here a few years ago.
So Raiders lining up on offense now, see if they can get a strike back after they were unable to score in their last offensive possession, having to punt away. Wishbone formation. Hand off over to the left side to Barkus. Goes off tackle and picks up about 6.5 yards on the play.
Carried by Southern Wells by number 20, Gavin Barkus. Gain of 6 yards.
So second down now. Raiders inside their own territory, right around the 41.
Ball just outside the 40.
And lights just starting to come onto the field here as that sun gets down. I know Sim's happy.
Absolutely. Last thing, I don't like staring into that sun, but something we put up with.
So wishbone formation once again. Quarterback keeper to Bonowit. They were successful as their touchdown run last time, and they might get another one here as they make Eskridge miss. Still trying to go after Bonowit, and they finally bring him down just inside the 25-yard line.
That's 2 big runs for Bonowit tonight when he, keeping that ball.
And I'll tell you what, last week the Raiders, Bonowit scored, I believe, was part of about 3 touchdowns for the Raiders. 2 of them running and 1 of them a long pass play to Coleman, I believe. So wishbone formation once again. Raiders are driving here. Just on the edge of that red zone. Bonowit hand off to Barkus left side. Tries to go off tackle. Makes one man miss. Spin move. Gets inside. Picks up about 7 yards on a play. Clock now under 1 minute, around 45 seconds in the first quarter. Again, 14-7 in favor of the Tigers on your Subway scoreboard.
Bring up second down and 4 for the Raiders. Ball on the 17-yard line.
And we've kind of got 2 games going on tonight. As if you see on the back of your screen there, we got some young Raider players playing over on the sidelines. So you can watch 2 games tonight. Wishbone formation. Tigers load that line of scrimmage. Bonowit says, hey, let's try it again. And it looks like it worked pretty well. Whoa, very close to a face mask there, but it looks like he didn't grab a hold of it. Bonowit brought down just outside the 5.
So that you say that's the future Raider football players out there?
Players. No rules over there. That's the only way we play football.
And probably the
water delivery service available. DeWeese Soft Water and Appliance. Call 1-800-356-4440. That's 800-356-4440. DeWeese Soft Water reminds you If troubled, try prayer.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of
Drink of your choice at the concession stand.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. Tigers up by 7, but Raiders inside the 10-yard line. We'll turn it over to Kevin Sills.
Yeah, welcome back, Raider and Tiger fans. Let's see if the Raiders can keep it going here. First down, 8 yards to go, as they are at first and goal. So Raiders' last offensive possession was halted and punted. They got this one rolling very well after 2 big plays on Byway. Looks like we might have some encroachment here on the defense.
Yeah, it looks like the defense may have gotten a little antsy there to try and get a jump.
So, Sim, who's your professional football team? Who do you like to watch?
I like to watch the Colts.
The Colts?
I'm in here, but you know, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm a Cleveland Browns fan from way back.
Johnny Football did pretty well.
He did. You know, I come from the Brian Sipe days, which might even be a little before your time.
I remember the name Brian Sipe.
It was back in the 80s.
I'm a Bears fan, and it's not looking real good this year. Handoff over to the right side for the Raiders. I can't tell if that was Bass or Trissel on the play. And that was Cody Bass.
Short gain on the play, brought down by a host of Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers had good penetration on that run off the right side that time. So, seems like when they get backed up, sometimes they are able to fill some gaps they can't fill on the middle of the field.
So Raiders about 4 yards out of that end zone. So they're going to line up in that wishbone formation. Second down. And off over to the right side to Trissel. He's very close. Looks like he's brought down at about the 13.5-inch marker.
Do they ever put the ball up in the air when they're down this close?
Absolutely not.
Well, he didn't even hesitate on that one, Scott.
Gain of 2 yards on the
It's like quick skate of memory not.
for the Raiders.
The only time if the Raiders are ever going to throw one up is if they got a kid that's about 6'5" that can just jump in the corner of the end zone. And they had that a few years ago with Gage Manier.
That's right. I remember that.
Wishbone formation. Handoff once again to Trissel. Looks like he's going to push it in this time as the official's running into the end zone. Let's see what they call it.
No call yet.
Carry by Seth Tressel. Short gain on the play.
Let's go to the instant replay there, Scott. Can you pull that up for us?
Tigers acting like maybe there was a fumble on the play.
As the officials discuss it. There's still really no call yet. As they're talking about
where is that red flag that flies out?
No kidding. I think they're discussing what each other's going to get at the street fair tonight and who's buying.
Well, I know if I was in that, I'll be more of who's buying with the prices and everything.
I did notice one official bring a coin out. They're going to flip it, see which way they're going to go.
No, wait. I think that's rock, paper, scissors.
And they're going to spot that on the 3.25-inch line.
Drill down, just
to try to be fair.
Fourth down.
Fourth down for the Raiders. Fourth and goal here for the Raiders. Big opportunity for the Tigers, though, to make a big stand. Well, if I'm the Raiders being this close, I just snap it to Bonowit, go right down the middle.
Say, will he follow his center right in?
Mm-hmm. But they're going to hand her off, and there's a miscommunication.
Wow. Slid in.
Lucky for the Raiders as they pushed it in.
Only 2x4s.
So, boy, a little bit of miscommunication there in the backfield for the Raiders with Bonowit and Cody Bass as he came a little close.
Well, this thing could come down to extra points.
With the rate we're going, it's going to be a 47-48 ball game. So Raiders set to kick it here. And
I think I got a hand on it.
Yeah. 51 Elijah Barkell, the attempted kick, blocked.
That could prove to be big. It's 10-17 in the second quarter. Your Subway scoreboard reads Tigers 14, Raiders 13. We'll be right back.
This is Brent Heidi of Heidi Chrysler in Bluffton. The good old days of shopping for a car. No high-pressure sales, people who knew your name, an owner on the premise who cared. You can still experience that at Heidi Chrysler. Instead of free hot dogs and gimmicky sales, you will find friendly, hassle-free salespeople who will help you to find the right Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram vehicle that fits your budget and lifestyle. Since 1975, we've been there for you after the sale with a service department that has consistently been awarded the 5-star award, the highest ranking Chrysler gives to its dealers. So if buying a car with no hassles and at the right price is more important to you than gimmicky sales and hot dogs, then stop by Heidi Chrysler today. You can find us on North Main Street in Bluffton, and when you do, you'll see that at Heidi Chrysler, our reputation means a great deal.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. Raiders set to kick off 2:17 in the second quarter of play. We have not seen a punt. We've seen 3 made extra points. Or do we see a punt?
Raiders punt.
I didn't see a punt.
You didn't see a punt. Kevin and I saw a punt, Scott.
Where you been, Scott?
I don't know. It's still not quite right, but it's enough that I'm okay. Go ahead, Kevin.
And Raiders set to kick it away. Last time they tried to kick one away, and looks like they might actually kick one out of bounds. Wow, what a heck of a roll there. Raiders try to come up with it. And fortunately for the Tiger player, he grabbed a hold of it just in time.
Down by number 81, Marcus Morgan.
That could have been a huge break for the Raiders. That ball just didn't want to go out of bounds.
So the Tigers have a cool 97 yards for a score tonight.
So the Southern Wells person that they had out here grading this place really did an excellent job when they built this field.
He must have built it for the Southern Wells footballs.
Exactly.
So
here comes the Raiders in the shadows of their own goalpost, starting out on their own 3-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 3. They'll come out with twins on the near side, single receiver on the far side. Back split behind Davis. 1st and 10 from the 3. And handoff to Eskridge. He's got to get out of the end zone and does, and he falls across the 5 to about the 6. Pick up a 3. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Boy, they almost had him.
Raiders had a big opportunity right there. Had their hands on him in the end zone, but couldn't bring him down.
By number 14 for the Raiders.
That's the problem with running east and west when you're in the end zone. So.
Yep, sure is. 2nd and 7. Tigers up by 1, 14-13. We're in the second. Just under 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Single back set. Twins either side. Eskridge in the slot on the right side. Davis will hand off inside, bouncing off tacklers. And up to about the 8. Maybe picks up a yard. Lockwood, I believe, on the carry.
So Raiders stand Lockwood up right there for about a couple-yard gain on the play.
So a big 3rd down here.
Tackled by a host of Raiders.
No gain on the play. It's going to stay 3rd and 7.
For the Tigers.
Eskridge will shift over in the slot on the far side now. Triplets on the far side. Davis finds some room, goes downfield, and I think that's going to be incomplete. It is. He was looking for Hohola across the middle of the Tigers. Will punt out of the end zone.
Ball on the 7-yard line.
So Raiders look like they're going to have their man deep here to return the football. And I believe that's Cody Bass back deep. Can't quite make out the number on the one side. And
number 20, maybe?
Number 20, 20 it's Barkus.
So Eskridge will punt it out of the end zone. Good snap. Gets the kick on the way. Decent kick. Fielded at the 46. And drugged down, thrown near the 35. 6-yard line, and that's where Kevin Sills and the Southern Wells Raiders will take over.
So here we go. Raider offense makes their way back out. 8:42 left here till half. Again, Raiders down by 1, but opportunity here to get the things going and rolling in their favor.
37-yard line. Tackle on the play by number 19 for the Tigers, Garrett Walbarn.
So Marcus did receive that kick.
For the Raiders.
And one thing when you watch Marcus out there run the football, he really gets that football outside. It's easy for a defender to try to pop that out. So we'll see if maybe that could be a play in play here down the play. Wishbone formation. Here's the snap. Hand off right side to the Raider fullback. I believe that was Trissel in there on the play.
Southern Wells carried by number 25.
So 8.5 minutes now left here till half.
2nd down and 9 for the Raiders.
Boy, what a heck of an end of September night.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Feels like I'm in Florida or something.
Okay. Now, come on.
This is not street fair weather.
I don't quite hear the waves behind us, though.
Hand off over the right side to Bass.
Good ankle tackle.
And that's going to bring up 3rd down. And about 5.5 yards to go here for the Raiders.
A couple yards on the play. Tackled by...
As Colton Moore on the tackles, and we've seen him make some big tackles early this year.
Yeah, he sure has. He saved a big gain on that one, I think.
So Raider offense set to go here on this one. 3rd and long. Let's see if the Raiders have that play action pass up their sleeve. And that's going to be an offsides there on the Tigers, it looks like.
Boy, once again, Sam, we talked about untimely penalties. Here you are.
3rd and long.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. Now you're going to set up 3rd and 2 in 4-down territory, and you're not pretty tough to hold the Raiders off for 3 yards on 2 carries.
So Raiders going to get the call in from the sideline from Coach Yenser.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
So again, that was the official call. Encroachment out on the defense. A couple of those penalties now for the Tigers. Wishbone formation again for Southern Wells. Here's a handoff left side. And Raiders get through. They continue to push forward as number 20 for Southern Wells, Gavin Barkus.
Well, good balance by Gavin. Almost went down, that knee almost hit, but he kept himself upright. Picked up the 1st and more.
So that'll move the chains there for the Raiders as they are now getting deep into Tiger territory, about a yard out from that red zone.
First down hit for the Raiders, ball on the 22-yard line.
So now in on 7 minutes left here in your first half. Raiders down by 1. Scott, how do you pull off a sponsor like EA Sports?
You got to know people in high places.
Wishbone formation. Hand off straight up the middle. Now it looks like Bonwood did keep it on the play, but brought down in the backfield for about a loss of 1.
He's very deceptive with that football. I noticed when we were down in Indy, I had a horrible time following sometimes who had the football.
Now it's Briar Beeks on the carry, Kevin. I don't know that we saw him carry the ball down in Indy.
Yeah, there at the beginning of the season, he was in there quite a bit, but Trissel really came on, and I'm not sure if maybe Trissel maybe had an injury last week that kept him out of the game. I didn't hear, but he was not in the game last week. And there's a keeper, triple option over to the right side to Bass. Wide open. 5 and touchdown, Raiders. And there's a flag on the play. Somebody got caught cheating. Let's see what the official call is. I'm not sure. Way away from the play and after the players were gone, so I'm not sure if there was some unsportsmanlike stuff going on or what happened.
A late hold, maybe.
Well, when the official threw that flag, the player was already in the end zone. And they're
Personal foul.
So now this is interesting. Because if he's already passed and in the end zone, I would think the touchdown would stick. And they would assess it on the kickoff.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like the officials are going to back him up.
Wow, talk about untimely penalties.
So it must have happened a lot earlier than when the official actually threw the flag.
Yeah, because he threw the flag. The touchdown had already been scored when he threw the flag.
Number 76. 15-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
So that penalty goes against Nick Roberts, the big offensive lineman for the Raiders.
Yeah, technically, I don't think they're supposed to call out numbers in high school.
Wishbone formation. Hand off over to the right side to Cody Bass. He fights through for extra yardage as it's second down and a country mile, bringing up third.
Number 25, Cody Bass, gain of 3 yards on the play.
Wow, that penalty really hurts. Holy smokes.
So ball spotted right around the 30-yard line. Third down and about 18 now for Southern Wells.
Ball at the 29-yard line.
So let's see what Coach Yenser has up his sleeve on this one. Do the Raiders try for that play-action pass, or they try to get another 6-7 yards here?
So you think Coach Yenser has been a little bit more aggressive in terms of throwing the ball than what Coach Lefevre was?
Absolutely. When Coach Lefevre, when he called plays, we didn't pass the ball. The very few times we did pass the ball was back basically a few years before I played and right around when I played, when we had some really good receiving talent and a couple really good quarterbacks that could put the ball out there. But typically Southern Wells quarterbacks are quicker option guys, and they don't really have that big arm on them.
We got Raiders timeout. Let's take a timeout ourselves. We'll be right back.
Montpelier Ag LLC is locally owned and operated by Southern Wells grad Bill Bonham. Montpelier Ag LLC offers your hometown advantage by keeping costs down and dealing with someone you know. Located at 240 West Windsor Street in Montpelier, open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturday from 8 to noon. Bill invites you over to the store, have a cup of coffee while you're there, and check out the inventory of farm and garden supplies, pond supplies, pet food, and bird seed, and more. Montpelier Ag LLC, proudly supporting high school sports.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. All right, I got a quiz for you. We just got a score update from Leo. This is Leo Belmont. Belmont is at Leo tonight. Score update around halftime. Sim.
Well, usually when you ask me for a quiz on this, is I'm really wrong. So I'm going to go opposite what I'm thinking and say Belmont 14, Leo 7.
All right.
I'm going to say 21-7 Belmont, just because Leo has an injury to their quarterback, I believe.
Well, you guys are pretty close. 17-7 Belmont Braves right now over Leo.
Surrounded there, Kevin.
Just average our scores. We're good.
Yeah.
So Raiders get a big chunk of that yardage back. And that's going to bring up a third and long, but a much more manageable, fourth and long. So about 7 yards to go now for the Raiders, 7 or 8. So fourth down. So
Sim, if you remember against Jay County, those pitches out wide, Tigers, I mean, we talked how many times there was not a defender near the runner for the first 10, 12 yards.
Yeah, it was not pretty, and that showed again right there. We're just not reacting to that pitch to the outside.
Raiders take another timeout, so will we. We'll be right back.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. Scott Mentzer, Kevin Sills, Sim Kipfer on the call for you tonight. Tigers up by 1, 14-13. Raiders, a couple minutes ago, had a touchdown called back due to a personal foul, and they're trying to fight their way back after that penalty. It's 4th and 8 from the 18. And we'll throw it back over to Kevin Sills.
Raiders lining up, 2 men outside. Coleman, and number 40 for Southern Wells, Evan Huffman. At 6'2", 190. Let's keep an eye on him. And whoa, we got some encroachment possibly, but it looks like one of the Raider players maybe have took off up on the right. Let's see which way they go with this one.
Oh.
And they do call it on Bluffton, looks like.
Number 3.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, we went from, what, a 3rd and 18, 3rd and 20, something like that, and now it's going to be 4th and 3.
And boy, unless I missed it, I thought the Coleman on the far side over there took off running. But the Raiders will take it now, only 2 yards to go to get the first down. Ball spotted right around the 14. Wishbone formation. And Tigers really lining up a lot of guys on that long side of the field. And the Raiders go inside tackle. Barkus looks like he picks it up.
Yep, he got it.
Lowered his shoulder and kept going forward. A little north-south running by the Raiders. So that's a first down here for Southern Wells, and it will be 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. So, boy, third and long, and the Raiders come up with a couple big plays and a helpful penalty from the Tigers.
Looks like Tigers trying to jump some snap counts there, too.
It does appear they're trying to time a few things. And
so wishbone formation once again for the Raiders. Handoff left side. Looks like Barkus again. Picks up a couple. And we'll just take our time and make our way down. As again, the way the Bluffton Tiger offense has been rolling, Raiders trying to take some of those offensive opportunities away from them by slowing this game down.
You know, this was really set up by the kickoff that got downed on the 2-yard line or the 3-yard line.
So wishbone formation once again for Southern Wells. QB keeper by Bonowit, looking for the hold, tries to jump it inside. Still fighting his way forward. He gets right around the 1-yard line is where it's going to be spotted.
Boy, good effort by Bryce.
He just refused to go down on that play.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 1 now. Still goal. So it's touchdown and bust here for the Raiders.
Tigers defense has been on the field for a while.
3rd down and goal for the Raiders on the 2-yard line.
So again, the wishbone formation. Bonowit's going to keep it. He's going to get in. Touchdown Raiders. So Bonowit with another TD on the night. That'll bring your score up to 19-14 in favor of Southern Wells, and you're going to bet they're probably going to go for 2 here. Well, this is a heck of a porch sitting night, isn't it? Nice little fire going.
Oh, yeah. Might be a little warm for a fire, though.
Yeah, it'll get a little chilly here.
Yeah, by the time I would get the fire going,
yeah,
it'll be
like
chilly.
minus 25.
So you've been to some of my fires.
Cold beverage of choice in your hand. Wishbone formation. Bonowit's going to bootleg out to the right. Wide open Raider player.
Who says they don't throw the ball down along the goal line?
I don't know. Huh? I don't know. I didn't say nothing about going for 2.
Oh, okay. With that, 2:43 left to go in the first half. Your Subway scoreboard, Tigers 14, Raiders 21. We'll be right back.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, I can help you get to a better state because I'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it. From cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call me, Kevin Beatty, and officially get to a better state with State Farm. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, at 824-1928.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360.
Welcome back. Raiders with a 7-point edge, 21-14 as they get set to kick off.
So Raiders set up and ready to go here. As the last time they tried kicking one off, almost were able to recover it after the ball was finally picked up by the Tigers at the 2-yard line. And here's that onside opportunity. And it looks like Tigers going to come away with it. Ball spotted at the 40.
So the Tigers are going to have 2:40. Thank you. 2:40 to go in the first half to try to tie this ball game up. They're down by 7, 21-14. Decent field position. They'll start out on their own 40-yard line.
We'll have the ball first and 10 on the 40-yard line.
So Raider defense makes its way up out to the football field. And let's see how they handle things with that trips formation up top. And the way it's been playing out is they run Eskridge in that screen pass and are able to get about 6 to 7 yards on it.
Raiders will come out with a 5-receiver set. Triplets on the far side, twins on the near side. Empty backfield behind Davis.
Here's a
and
snap.
Davis will pull it down, keeps it himself, has a big gap to run through. And across midfield, it's going to be first down yardage for Tim Davis.
Good stick right there by Bryce Bonowit for the Raiders. Because maybe Davis will think one more time before he takes off and does that.
The first down for the Tigers.
Got him right in the
50-yard line.
Woo! Might be a little painful with that where that face mask hit.
They'll stay in an empty backfield. First and 10 Tigers right at midfield. Eskridge will be in the slot up top. Twins down low. Davis pulls it down again. This time not much of a hole, but gets to the outside. It'll be drugged down after picking up about 5.5.
Looks like Barkus in on a play there for the Raiders.
And he does not get out of bounds, so the clock will continue to move. 2:06 to go.
On the 45-yard line.
Until halftime. Raiders up by 7, 21-14. Tigers trying to close out the half with a score. Empty backfield again. Davis has pulled it down twice in a row. It's going to be second down and 4.
It's about time to pop it to Eskridge, and there it is.
And Eskridge gets it in the flat, turns it upfield, tries to get to the outside, breaks a tackle, still on the sideline, and kind of fell awkwardly over there.
He did. He went down a little weird.
I mean, it's almost like he didn't want to get hit and tried to, thought about sliding and then kind of pulled up.
Turf monster.
Turf monster.
They're deceptive.
He does pick up first down yardage and more. They're inside the 25 to near the 24. First and 10 Tigers, $1:35 left to go in the first half. And they'll give it to Lockwood. Lockwood picking his way through and gets into the secondary, falls forward, close to first down yardage, might have gotten it.
Carry for the Tigers by Brandon Lockwood. Gain of 10 yards on the play.
Looks like number 23 for the Raiders coming down with a tackle. That's Briar Beeks.
By the Raiders, by number 23, Briar Beeks.
Looks like he's going to be a little bit short. Second down and 1. Clock winding down to 1 minute to play here in the first half. Tigers trying to score to tie this ball game up. Lockwood again. This time, not as much.
Barkus right there to meet him in the gap.
But that will stop the clock to move the chains as he picks up the first down. Have we seen Dwayne run it out of the backfield?
No, I don't believe we have.
Yeah, it might have been one or two.
One time,
early.
I think,
yeah,
early on.
But out of the end zone. He ran it out of the end zone, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
but he's been lined up as a slot receiver most of the night.
And he'll be lined up in the slot again on the triplets on the near side. First and 10 from the 12, 46 seconds to go. Davis will drop back, pressure on, goes into the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Hohola. couple of Raiders in the area.
A lot of pressure there by Southern Wells as they brought the blitz from the linebacker position.
So Raiders deny the Tigers on that pass attempt. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Clock stops with 39 seconds to go.
So, boy, Raiders really playing off of Eskridge still. But look for that opportunity here.
Dropping back again, looking into the middle. Hohola with the completion, but he's going to be down short of the 5. And Tigers have to hustle. And they will call a timeout. Bluffton timeout. 33 seconds in the first half. Subway scoreboard. Raiders 21, Tigers 14.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with me handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, today and get to a better state with State Farm. 824-1928.
Hi, this is Brent Heidi of Heidi Chrysler in Bluffton. The good old days of shopping for a car. No high-pressure sales, people who knew your name, an owner on the premise who cared. You can still experience that at Heidi Chrysler. Since 1975, we have been there for you after the sale with a service department that has consistently been awarded the 5-star award, the highest ranking Chrysler gives to its dealers. So if buying a car with no hassles and at the right price is what you're looking for, then stop by Heidi Chrysler today. You can find us on North Main Street in Bluffton, and when you do...
Welcome back, 33 seconds to go. 3rd down and 3 from the 6. Tigers trying to punch it in before the end of the first half. Davis drops back, and that ball is going to be batted down. It's going to be incomplete.
Pass by Tim Davis, deflected by number 51 for the Raiders, Elijah Barkle. Incomplete.
Well, big 4th down coming up.
For the Tigers, 4th and 3. Ball on the 6-yard line.
Raiders would love to hold here. They'd really go into halftime with some momentum. Tigers would love to punch it in, but they've got 3 yards to go. They can pick up a 1st down at the 3. Lockwood to the left-hand side of Davis, and this time we're going to get a Southern Wells timeout. So we'll part ways again.
By the Raiders.
For supper tonight.
I want Paschetti.
I want Paschetti.
Paschetti's Italian restaurant, where yes, you can get spaghetti and so much more. Subs, sandwiches, burgers, calzones, pizzas, salads, and a whole menu full of Italian cuisine and desserts. Paschetti's restaurant is conveniently located at 229 West Market Street in Bluffton, and they're open for lunch 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Fine, we'll go to Paschetti's, but I want some garlic knots.
Paschetti's, open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays 11 to 8 p.m. Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, 229 West Market Street in Bluffton.
Scott Metzer, Kevin Sills, Sim Kiffer on the call for you. Tigers are facing a 4th down and 3 from their own 6. Dwayne Eskridge back on the field today, but not seeing a lot of action out of the backfield, been primarily lined up as a receiver. I don't know whether that's a function of the injury, but boy, Sim, you would think in these situations they could
sure use him in the backfield.
Yep. 4th and 3. Davis drops back. Throwing it into the corner, that's going to be too long, and the Raiders will hold. They will turn the Tigers away. And Dwayne's going to get caught on a penalty here.
Well, you hate to see that because no Raider player around Eskridge on that when the official pointed right at him as he was by himself, so you know he had to say something to the official.
He had to say something. Well, fortunately for Bluffton, there's only 24 seconds left in the half.
So Eskridge, obviously, he thought he had some contact with a Raider player. He did, but the ball was thrown way out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he was already out of the end zone when that contact happened.
Well, Kevin, what do you think the Raiders offense does here?
If I'm Coach Answer, I'm
you
telling
just take
him
a couple knee.
Tell him to nail it. Yep, absolutely.
After the play, we have a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 5, Black. 15-yard penalty, first down.
I mean, of course, if you're playing some Madden football, though, like this EA Sports stuff we got, you're throwing deep right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Of course, you're also kicking a 60-yard field goal at the end of the half.
Raiders do decide to come out with it. Triple option on the play. Nowhere to go. Boy, really a dangerous play there. As you get a fumble on that one. Bluffton's taking that back for 6. So Raiders look like they're going to go in half.
This should be the last. That should be the last play of the half. At the end of the first half, your scoreboard, your Subway scoreboard, Raiders 21, Tigers 14. We're going to take a couple minutes break and thank some of our sponsors, and we'll come back with some halftime stats.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance company is responsible for selecting the shop to repair your vehicle.
False. Insurance agents and adjusters have no authority in telling you where to have your vehicle repaired. It's your investment and responsibility to select a competent collision repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
He shoots. He scores. It's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces powered by her heartbeat are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniels.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.
At Warren Pharmacy, we offer local delivery, accept hundreds of prescription insurance plans, offer special ordering for hard-to-find items, have home health care and convalescent supplies, stock Nature's Bounty, Windmill, and basic vitamins, and Nature's Sunshine nutritional products, along with many other services provided. Warren Pharmacy, 222 North Wayne Street in Warren. You can reach them toll-free at 800-895-7035. Warren Pharmacy, we're big enough to meet your needs, yet small enough to know your name.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. Raiders up at halftime, 21-14. This is the St. Francis University halftime show. Thank you for joining us here on WellsCountyVoice.com. I'm Scott Mentzer. I'm joined by Kevin Sills and Sim Kipfer. Here's your scoring summary for the first half. At 9:19 in the first half, Bryce Bonham went on a keeper. 39 yards, the PAT was good. It was a 6-play, 63-yard drive encompassing 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Barkell's extra point was good. It was 7-0 Raiders. Tigers came back at the 4:25 mark. Brandon Lockwood carried it from 1 yard out. It was an 11-play drive, 56 yards, took 4 minutes and 54 seconds. Hannah Klein's extra point was good. That was Hannah's first point of the year. And the Tigers had it tied up at 7-all. Tigers took their first lead of the ball game at the 1:57 mark. Tim Davis, a pass to Trey Hohola. 445 yards is a 3-play drive encompassing 61 yards. Took 57 seconds. Hannah Klein's extra point was good. Tigers were up 14-7. Rest of the scoring belonged to the Raiders in the second quarter at the 10:17 mark. Cody Bass took a handoff from 1 yard out. The extra point by Elijah Barkell was no good. It was an 8-play drive covering 65 yards. Took 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Raiders were down by a point, 14-13. Then after a kickoff was down at the 3-yard line, Tigers punted the ball away out of their end zone. And the Raiders took over from the 37-yard line. It took them 10 plays and almost 6 minutes to go 37 yards, but Bryce Bonham was on a keeper from 2 yards out. 2-point conversion. Bonham went to Huffman was good, and the Raiders went into the locker room 21-14 after holding off the Tigers right at the end of the quarter as they couldn't convert a third and short situation at the end of the half. And that's where we stand, 21-14 as we go into half. We're going to take a timeout, thank a few more sponsors, and the rest of us will talk about some of the other stats in just a moment.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
All right, you guys were so smart on that Belmont score. Let me give you another one now. Woodland, Jay County at half. Kevin.
Well, let's see. Let's go. I know Jay County's had a rough year, and they're a big transition year. Woodland's a strong team. I'm going to go 28-14 Woodland.
28-14 Sim.
I'm going to go 35-0 Woodland.
21-0 Warriors. All right, you guys are kind of 2 for 2, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
I thought you were supposed to go the opposite way whenever.
Well,
where was that logic?
Not
Woodland, Jay County?
No, I'm sorry.
Not happening. Wrong Patriots there, Scott.
All right, let's look at some stats. Both teams had 8 first downs. Rushing yardage, Tigers 14 for 64, Southern Wells 27 for 168. Passing, Southern Wells with no yards passing.
How many?
None.
None? Really?
It was an extra point. So
Bluffton 116 yards. They were 8 for 12. Southern Wells was 0 for 1. So total offense, Tigers 180 yards, Raiders 168. Both teams punted once. Tigers with 5 penalties for 34 yards, Raiders with 1 penalty for 12. Time of possession, Bluffton 9 minutes 46 seconds, Southern Wells 14 minutes 14 seconds. So no surprises, I don't think, on any of those stats. Bonawet finishes with 93 yards in the first half on 6 carries. Barkus 31, Bass 25, Trissel 19. For the Raiders, Lockwood 25, Davis 20, Eskridge 19. Ahola with a couple of catches, 2 for 51. Eskridge with 3 catches for 36. Marcus Morgan 2 for 22. Walborn 1 for 7. Defensively, Gavin Barkus leads the Raiders with 4 tackles, 3 assisted. Cameron Cook, 4 tackles, 2 assisted. And for the Raiders, Sim, who's got the most Raider tackles?
Most Raider tackles?
Or most Tiger tackles?
Most Tiger tackles? Probably Colton Moore.
Colton Moore, you're absolutely right. 7 tackles for Colton Moore, 1 assist. Matt Hilton, 5. And rest just kind of 1 and 1 assist. So it's never good when one of your corners has the most tackles for you at halftime.
So both squads get a chance to make some opportunities to make some adjustments here. If I'm the Raiders' side, I mean, of course, you're looking at that Davis taking off a few times after the quick snap to him, straight up the middle. So you got to get some adjustments with your linebackers there up front, and also struggling a little bit with that screen pass to Eskridge. Of course, Eskridge, anybody's going to struggle against him in open field, but hopefully maybe the Raiders can bring some more press coverage up there for him and limit those opportunities. And on the Tigers' side of everything, boy, they're doing a great job just running it off tackle. And running through that option with Bonawit. So Tigers, you hope maybe their linebackers, again, want to have some opportunities to line up in the correct holes. Maybe we might see some more blitzing here.
You know, when we were down in Indy, Kevin, we noticed that, and I haven't been paying attention in this first half, but the Raiders really like to work the play clock down to just a few seconds before snapping the ball. And I think you told me a story up in the Jay County game where they kind of took advantage of that.
Yeah. Up in the Jay County game, Raiders they would wait, run, and then eventually you get a little play-action pass every now and then.
But wasn't there a scenario where you were telling me about where they started to jump the count at about 2 seconds?
Absolutely.
And then Bonawit just let them, they never hiked it, let them jump the snap, and they got a first down on an offsides call?
And a couple times, we've kind of seen it here tonight with the 2 encroachment calls here on the Tigers. I wasn't aware of what the clock was at the time, but again, they're trying to jump the count as well, almost like they think they know exactly what the Raiders are going to do. So Raiders playing some very disciplined football up on that front.
You know, we saw that a little bit last week, Sim, where the Tigers struggled so much against the run, so they started to try to, have their linebackers jump the gaps, and they got burned several times on that.
Yeah, they did. If you're going to jump those gaps on the inside, your outsides have to be there to protect that sweep on the outside, and that's where the Tigers got burnt last week.
Tigers will get the football to start off the second half, and they find themselves down by 7. Boy, what a turn of events. It looked like the Tigers, they'd scored twice in a row, but it really turned around on that kickoff where Southern Wells kind of trickled that kickoff right into the corner.
Almost got it back.
It was like the Tigers were waiting for the ball to roll foul, and it never quite did. And finally just had to down it. And, boy, they just never recovered after that. And then the big stop back the other way where the Tigers had it down inside the 10, but the Raiders held them off. And I guess I was a little bit surprised, even down there, even though Eskridge isn't in the backfield, how many times they went to the air when they were that close.
And I will say two big opportunities for the Tigers is they actually 4th down for the Raiders, and they're only 2 yards out. They make the big stop on 3rd down, and the Raiders having a miscue in the backfield, and the Tigers couldn't take advantage of that, and the Raiders were able to punch it in. And again, also the Raiders scoring a touchdown on a long option play over to the right side, and have the Raiders having a penalty, bringing it back 15 yards. And it was 2nd down, and I believe, 20 yards
20
almost.
yards. I think it was 3rd and 18, actually.
Yeah, and Raiders getting a big chunky yardage back on the next play, and then have the opportunity to get the 1st down. And
well, if you remember that series, I think it was 4th and 8 or 4th and 7. After it was 3rd and 18, they picked up about 10. They got about half of it back. It was 4th down 18, and the Tigers got called on an encroachment,
right?
Which made it.
Yep, that was it.
Yeah, 4th and 3.
4th and 3, and I don't know whether it was Barkas or Bonaway, but just found a little seam, following the blockers, found a little seam, picked up the 1st down yardage, and they took it in. Tigers coming back out on the field. We've got 2 minutes to go before we have 3 minutes to go. And let's take a timeout.
Double-digit pay raises are history. Now money's a lot harder to get a hold of and even harder to hang on to. That's why I would like to offer you a free discount double check. I'll go through your car insurance policy to make sure you're getting the discounts you deserve and aren't leaving any money on the table. So call me, Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928. Because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why I'm here.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Great. I've got to walk by dresses, then hosiery, then women's fine clothing. Where are the men's clothes?
Men, does this sound familiar? Avoid the women's department altogether by going to Masterson's Incorporated Store for Men. You heard right, a store for men. At Masterson's in Bluffton, you'll find famous make clothing like Palm Beach, Calvin Klein, Lauren, Van Heusen, and shoes by Johnson Murphy, Florsheim, and Dockers. Masterson's also has tuxedo rental and is the Boy Scout and Cub Scout distributor for the area.
Wow, look at this. A store just for men.
Masterson's Store for Men, 127 West Market Street.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject, rather than admit they probably don't have enough. That's why I focus on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on, by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance, or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, at 824-1928 and put the life back in life insurance.
Indiana is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
And the clock has wound down to 0, which means we put 3 more minutes back on the clock.
Hurry up and wait.
One of the biggest mysteries in high school football. Why they wind it down to 0 to put 3 more minutes back.
Yeah, why don't we just start with 3 extra minutes going into halftime?
What's the deal with that, Kevin? Come on, you're the insider. What?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of the same thing you got going on, in Congress? They got all kinds of rules for stuff that we don't even understand, so... Just try working in the banking world. See all them rules.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, no kidding. See, that's why I figured you'd know.
Yeah.
Well, after teasing us with zeros on the clock, now we've got 2 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. 21-14 Raiders on top. And let's talk about who these teams have, what these teams have coming up. I think the Tigers next week have Heritage, if I believe. And the Raiders, where the Raiders go next, Kevin, you recall?
I was thinking the Raiders, I believe they have Adams Central.
Which the Adams Central's been playing well, but we heard earlier today that the Eichler
kid may have a MCL or injury or something. Which I hope that's not the case for for Stefan, but that could be a pretty serious injury.
I know, Sim, you and I were talking last week that it's kind of the way the schedules look. Week 9, it's Woodland taking on Adams Central, and that may be for all the marbles in the football conference.
It could be, and still could. I mean, I don't expect, the way Adams Central's been playing, I don't expect anyone to give them a whole lot of problems. Of course, the way Woodland's playing, I don't see anybody giving them any issues.
If not getting any more score updates, we'll see if maybe we can get in contact with some of our other broadcasters. The Norwell Knights taking on East Noble tonight. The Knights looking for touchdown number 2 on the year.
Did they get one last week?
No.
No?
They got one week 2.
That's week 2, that's right.
I know, I probably shouldn't say this, but I know one of our colleagues we were going over some of our features on our scoreboard and was asking me whether you could get to 3 digits on the scoreboard because he was fearful that East Noble might rack up that many points. Raiders will be kicking off to start the third quarter. 21-14 Southern Wells.
Southern Wells Raiders will kick off to the Tigers to start the second half.
So 12 minutes reset on the clock here as we get the second half underway. Raiders set to kick it away. Looks like 55 Hunter Schreiber for the Raiders. Going to channel his inner Belgium leg. And they trick him up with a little tomfoolery. And looks like Tigers are going to jump all over it.
It just doesn't seem like no matter what you do in high school football, it always starts out between the 35 and the 40. That's
Tigers will take over.
Tigers down by 7. First offensive set of the second half. And they're going to come back out. Twins either side. Again, Dwayne Eskridge playing this week after being injured in the Jay County game, but almost being exclusively used as a receiver, a slot receiver. Lockwood in the backfield. Twins either side. Eskridge will go in motion, and they'll give it to Dwayne. He's got a blocker out in front. Gets to the hash marks and outside to the 45.
Carried by Dwayne Eskridge.
So close to a first down pickup.
Boy, Scott, how do they paint these lines out here so
straight? It's amazing, isn't it? Those plumb lines out here are so accurate.
How much time they take painting them lines every week?
Especially, you think of all the paint it takes in the end zones. All that red paint, how they can afford that, I don't know. A little bit short. It's going to be second down and 1. Davis will hand it off to Lockwood. Lockwood stutter steps the first defender and will pick up the first down after a gain of 2.
It's like Grant Harrison on the tackle.
Brandon Lockwood gained 2 yards on the play, results in a first down.
Enough to move the sticks.
Tackled by
We're in the third, 21-14 Raiders.
Looks like Scott, it's Hohola in the backfield instead of Lockwood now.
That's right. It is Trey back there. You're right. Marcus Morgan wide on the near side. They'll fake it to Eskridge. Little counter to Hohola. And it'll get close to midfield, but that's it.
Like possibly Nick Roberts and Gavin Barkus in on a tackle for the Raiders.
Bluffton carried by Trey Hohola.
I'll give them 2. It's going to be second down and 8.
Tackled by number 55 for the Raiders, Hunter Schreiber. The second down and 8 for the Tigers.
Southern Wells had 14 points in the second quarter to take a 7-point lead. Tigers did not score in the second. Twins either side. Second down and 8. Davis drops back the pass. Looks on the left side. Hohola pulls down the high pass, trying to break it to the inside. It's going to be drugged down short of the Raiders' 45. They'll mark it at the 46. It's going to be third down and about 4.
Looks like Gerber in on a tackle for the Raiders.
Tackled by number 20, Gavin Barkus for the Raiders. The 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers. Ball on the
We're going to call it 3rd and 4. 4-down territory, guys, you think?
That's a tough one here.
So.
I think if they're close, it probably is. If this is incomplete, they probably punt it. Davis looking for some time, throws to the outside. It's complete, but it's going to be short of the 1st down, so here we go.
He gained about 1.5 yards on a play, so a decision time here for the Tiger coach.
I think they're going to go for it here.
Tim Davis to Garrett Walbarn's good. Gain of 3 yards on the play. Bring up
4th down and 1. And it looks like they're going to put Dwayne in the backfield here. And Hohola is going to go out into the slot on the near side. 4th down and 1. And they'll give it to Dwayne, and he'll just get enough.
That's going to depend on a spot.
I think he got it. Well, I don't know.
Well, the official on the far side looks like he might be
this
about
is the old right foot, left
short.
foot rule.
As the Raiders trying to get close to kick it back a couple inches. Boy, I don't know if he's got it. I don't believe he's got it.
I don't think he does either.
Unless the chains are off a little bit. And the official's going to take a timeout here to measure.
Dalton Craig on the camera for us tonight. He'll get a nice clear shot of this as they bring out the chains.
Now, the way that ball looks like on your screen there,
I don't think
it looks
he
like
got
it's
it.
a first down, but we've got a straight angle right here, and boy, it looks like it's about 1/2 yard short.
All right, Dalton, give us a shot here. You can't hear me, but he'll listen to me anyway.
Well, he can. You just got to yell loud enough.
And there it is. It's short by a good 6 inches.
So Raiders going to take over here on downs after a big turnover here for the Tigers.
So the Raiders have turned the Tigers back on their last 2 possessions, the last possession of the first half and the first possession of the second half. And they'll have a short field to work with. This will throw it back over to Kevin. Raiders football.
Raiders going to set up in that wishbone formation. Keaton Coleman outside as the receiver. Or no, actually, I believe number 80 out there for the Raiders. And that's Zach Biddle out deep. So some things we've seen during this year is the Raiders getting a little more play action pass here towards the second half. So let's see if they continue with that. Officials are a little bit tired. They're going to take a little break here. As we're going to check the PSI and the footballs, make sure they're properly inflated.
Looks like they are.
Yep, everything looks good. Wishbone formation. Raiders, there's a snap. Hand off over to the left side. Barkus dragged down from behind. Gets about 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, it's good effort by Gavin just to pick up positive net yardage on that play.
Hey, the way I look at it, if you're averaging 3 yards a carry, you got 4 downs to do it. That's 12 yards. That's a first down every time.
Yep.
2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. Ball on the 46-yard line.
So wishbone formation once again. And Bonham with the keeper. Here's the pitch over to the outside. And Raiders try to push forwards for some yardage, get about 1/2 yard on a play. As Bass in on the play as he received the pitch.
Well carried by number 24, Cody Bass. Short gain on the play.
So under 8 minutes now here in the third quarter. Again, Raiders holding on here, 21-14.
46-yard line.
So Raiders 3rd and long here, about 7 yards, 7.5 yards to go here for the first down. Still in their own territory. Ball spotted right around the 46. And Bluffton loading up that front line of scrimmage. They got about 9 guys in the box. Flags flying everywhere. Somebody got caught cheating on the play. So dirty laundry flies around.
Gain of about 3 yards, brought down on the play by number 55.
And didn't stop play, so possibly an offsides, but I didn't notice it. Unless the official caught a holding in the backfield. That'd been a quick hold. So the official apparently broke wind. I'd never seen that one before. What is that one? Not quite sure what that signals.
Well, he's talking to the coaching staff down here. I wonder if
maybe a coach
thought they were in the way.
Ah, okay. Maybe officials up in that white territory up there, a little close to the official. It's an odd call. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, you don't.
So Raiders are going to punt it away here at midfield. Defense has played fairly well tonight. And Huffman's done a good job this year punting it away. And he does another excellent job. So fair catch call. Ball spotted right around the 9.5-yard marker. Excellent kick by Evan Huffman.
Yeah, that's a very impressive punt there.
On the 10-yard line.
So, Scott, I'll throw it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. 6:55 to go in the third. I'm trying to do the clock here. This is hard.
I told
this
you.
Clock thing is hard. I'm telling you. 6:55, 21-14. Tigers' second possession of the night. This was not their worst field position they've had tonight, but it's still 90 yards away. 1st and 10 from the 10. Back split.
Uh-oh.
And ball's on the ground.
Looks like he came back up with it to Davis.
And my clock's already off by a couple of seconds.
Boy, how do those guys at Fox do it every Sunday? Man.
It's probably like they have like 4 guys or something.
I bet they have about 4 dozen guys.
Yeah, okay. We're blessed tonight to have 3. We had 1 on the rooftop. I mean, come on. 2nd down and 15 after a loss of 5. And hand off to Eskridge. Gets out of the end zone, trying to get to the outside. Brought down as he crosses
big tackle
the
by
10.
Bonowit.
Clock continues to roll. Well, even though he's taped up, he still can motor. Bonowit with the stop. They'll mark it at the 12.
3rd down and 8 for the Tigers.
3rd and 8. Big 3rd down.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
Tigers last time they were pinned back deep. They were 3 and out. Trying not to do the same thing here. 3rd and 8. Lockwood in the backfield alongside Davis. Davis low snap, picks it up, drop back in the pocket, going down deep, has a man, picked off. 30, 20, trying to get to the outside, trying to break a tackle inside the 10.
And that's number 21, Braxton Gerber, on a big interception for the Raiders. And I think he might have 4 or 5 on the season.
Reminiscent a little bit of that game down in Indianapolis where Southern Wells picked up a couple of big balls.
Yep.
And just a couple weeks ago, Braxton Gerber, I believe, had 2 pick sixes for the Raiders.
And the Raiders with a great opportunity to go up by a couple touchdowns, Kevin.
So Raiders going to set up here in very good field position, as nothing like starting out 1st and goal here in an offensive possession.
But you're supposed to fall at the 11, not at the 9, so you get that extra 1st down.
True. That's true. So wishbone formation for the Raiders. Coleman, the receiver, out wide here. Handoff left side. Pushing the ball up the B gap to the left side. That's Barkus. Ball inside the 5 now.
Southern Wells carried by number 20, Gavin Barkus.
2nd down and about 4 yards here for the Raiders to increase that lead by 2 scores.
It'll be 2nd and goal for the Raiders outside the 4-yard line.
So again, Raiders taking their time, running that clock.
See how far he runs this clock down. It's at 12 seconds right now.
Wishbone formation once again. Hand off left side to Barkus. Tries to get skinny and go inside. And he does, and touchdown Raiders. So pushing the score up to 27-14 in favor of your Southern Wells Raiders. And they'll come out here and see if they can't kick an extra point. As it looks like Barkell's going to line up.
We got a score update from Leo. Second chance. You guys are 2 for 2. You want to make it 3 for 3. Sim.
Belmont 34.
High archer, can of corn, pop fly in the outfield. It's good.
Well, it was Belmont 35, Leo 14.
All right, Kevin.
I'm going to say Belmont 35. I'm going to go with your 35, but I'm going to say Leo 28.
You guys are now 2-1. 21-17, Leo is taking the lead. And we will take a timeout.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us to make personal banking easy. That's right, easy. With free online banking, a free bill pay service, a free Visa check card, free mobile banking, and of course convenient locations and ATMs. Actually, our employee-owned community bank has been making life easier for our customers since 1891. It's what generations of folks have come to expect. For personal banking, you can depend on us to make it easy. First Bank of Bern. Bern, Bluffton, Decatur, Kokomo, Peru, Portland, and Van Wert. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
28-14, Raiders set to kick off.
So Raiders have had a couple little squib kicks. One was actually an intentional onside. And let's see if maybe they've been setting them up again here to try one of those onside opportunities again. If you notice, the Tigers really bunched up over here on the bottom side of your screen, and a lot of opportunity up there to the top.
Eskridge pretty shallow. He's down on the 25.
Well, I'll tell you what, they position that ball very well once again as Eskridge back deep. Raider players just need to contain on the outside, and they do, and Eskridge is going to go down around the 6-yard line. So excellent coverage here by the Raiders. What kicking game. Boy, they might be the New Holland Tri-County player of the game tonight.
I tell you what.
Good job for the Raiders.
No kidding. He's definitely got that kick down. Mm-hmm. That little line drive kick to the corner. Well, here comes the Tigers. 4:37 left on the clock. On my clock, it's 4:36 because I'm not a very good clock keeper. Back split behind Davis. And Davis will keep it himself and go nowhere.
Looks like a gang tackle by a couple of the Raider players. Harrison on the play, and I believe number 53 as well. That's Travis Smeltzer.
They're going to lose 3. It's going to be second down and 13. And Tigers offense has ground to a halt. Third time they've been inside the 10-yard line after a kickoff. They'll have triplets on the near side.
Keep an eye over there on Eskridge here at the bottom side of your screen.
Davis picks up the low snap, throws it complete to Hohola, but right there are the Raiders.
So Cameron Cook on the tackle.
Tim Davis pass to Trey Hohola is good. Gain of 7 yards on the play.
It's going to set up third down and about 7.
The Raiders doing a real good job tonight of just really playing mistake-free football.
8 for the Tigers. At the 10-yard line.
Hohola and Eskridge switch over to the far side of the field. Tigers on the near hash mark. Single receiver on the near side, triplets on the far side.
Surprised we haven't seen more of that screen play we saw earlier.
And a botched snap by Davis goes downfield, and boy. Lucky he didn't get that picked.
Gerber really wanted his second pick of the night.
Davis, all kinds of trouble when the snap was low, had to pick it up off the turf, ran for his life, and comes off kind of holding his right side.
So I believe this is this the first punt? No, this is the second punt tonight for the Tigers.
And we can't yell at Dalton loud enough to actually get the punter in the view, but he is back there. and gets the kick off, and Raiders will let it roll, but take a nice Tiger bounce. And it's going to roll down to be downed around the 38-yard line, and Kevin Sills will pick up the Raiders call.
2:55 here in the third quarter. Raiders up 28-14. And a huge opportunity to put this game up 3 scores for them. And they got good starting field position, close to their own 40. So Raiders again just taking their time on offense, not getting in a hurry, running the clock down, trying to get as little opportunity for that Tiger offense to come out there. That struggled a little bit tonight. Wishbone formation. Hand off over to the right side to Cody Bass. Picks up about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. As that clock gets to rolling.
Cody Bass on the carry for the Raiders. Tackled by number 11, Victorian Eskridge.
I'm only about a second off right now, so
it's pretty close. Yeah. Almost a switch watch right there.
Ball at the 40-yard line.
So Raiders come out and they're going to go to the single back wing formation. Now typically put a man in motion. There it is, Barkus. Pitch to Barkus left side. Tries to hit the circle button on his controller, but can't break away from the tackle, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Southernwell's carried by number 20, Gavin Barkus. No gain on the play. Tackled by number 11.
Sim Tigers doing a much better job that time defending that pitch on the outside.
Yeah, everyone stayed home. No one tried to get too far outside, and they had 3 people there to help contain that. So
clock now under 2 minutes here in the third. Man in motion's Bass. Bonowit drops back, and here's that opportunity for the Raiders to try to get one. And interception. Tigers come away with it. They start at their own 39. So excellent coverage there by the Tigers, as the Raiders have only thrown it 1 or 2 times tonight.
Garrett Walborn on the pick, and the Tigers will get it back with $1:30 left to go in the third. Tigers find themselves down by 2 scores, 28-14.
See, I've been one of those fun times when you got a receiver at 6'4", 6'5", just goes up there and grabs it.
Gage isn't on the squad anymore.
No, he's not out there.
Back split. And they'll hand it off to Eskridge. Eskridge trying to get to the outside. He does. 1 man to beat. Good stiff arm and just gets tripped up.
So number 80 gets the big stiff arm. That's Zach Biddle.
Tackled by number 80 for Southern Wells.
Clock stops to move the sticks. 1:22 as they wait to get the sticks in place. And here comes the Tigers, 1st and 10. Ball at the Raider 25. Inside handoff to Lockwood, and Brandon gets it down close to the 20.
I'll tell you what, if you keep an eye on Eskridge, before the ball is snapped, he's doing a lot of leaning forward, kind of getting started early, and I'm surprised the officials haven't noticed that yet.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Clock under a minute to go. 2nd down and 6 from the 20. We're approaching the end of the third quarter. Eskridge again on the right hash mark. Trying to break a tackle. Does! And just pulled down short of the pylon.
That's Cameron Cook in on the tackle for the Raiders.
By Dwayne Eskridge. Gain of 18 yards on the play. Bring up 1st down and goal for the Tigers. Ball on the 3-yard line.
Scott, they've moved Eskridge into the backfield now.
Yep.
Now the running game's starting to pick up. So,
unfortunately, I don't have 10th marks on my score clock. So, Eskridge again, and Tigers score. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Tigers tack on 6.
So Raiders trying to get that pass play in earlier, intercepted. All game long they've been running a football, having success, not making a mistake. They get a little out of their game, and Tigers take advantage.
Yeah, a little surprised that they didn't just keep it on the ground. Hannah Klein's looking for her third extra point on the night. Davis will hold. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and kick is good. And with 26 seconds left to go in the third, your Subway scoreboard reads Southern Wells Raiders 28, Tigers 21. We'll be right back.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you?
Welcome back, Raider and Tiger Nation. Tigers coming off the big score, off to pretty much hand off to Eskridge, hand off to Eskridge, hand off to Eskridge, and then hand off to Eskridge. So that's a good game plan.
They do that when you see Dwayne in that backfield. It's usually where it's going. So
Tiger's going to boot one away here. Raiders going to see if they can answer back. Straight line drive kick. That's going to be a out of bounds call here. Spotted probably at the 40, unless the Raiders decide to knock them back. Looks like Raider offense is going to come out.
Southern Wells opts to take the ball at the 35-yard line. The first and 10 for the Raiders.
Oh, excuse me, there we get to the 35. So 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Raiders trying to take the opportunity to play action pass earlier. Unfortunately, the Tigers were ready for it, made the interception. So they're going to go back to that wishbone formation. Play clock down to 5. Here's a snap. Hand off over the right side to Cody Bass. Lowers his shoulder. Picks up about 4.5 yards. Bring up second down now around the 40.
Southern Wells carried by number 25, Cody Bass.
So clock continues to roll. Raiders probably going to let this clock roll out as it's down to 5 seconds. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. 21-28 in favor of the Southern Wells Raiders here on your Subway scoreboard. The boys and I will be right back.
Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
At First Bank of Bern, our personal commitment to the communities we serve is our main goal. It's a time-honored commitment that keeps the financial needs and concerns of our customers our number one priority. We're owned and staffed by your friends and neighbors. We count it a privilege to be an active part of the communities we call home. Strength, security, tradition, and a century-plus commitment to the generations of the customers and businesses we've so proudly served. First Bank of Bern. Depend on us. Member FDIC, Equal Out.
Welcome back, Raider and Tiger Nation. We're going to switch some sides here.
Subway restaurants.
And second down and about 6 yards to go here for Southern Wells on their own 40-yard line.
The Raiders as we start the fourth quarter. Ball on the 39-yard line.
as the Friday night lights are definitely upon us tonight. Wishbone formation for the Raiders. Hand off to the fullback, straight up the middle. And quick turn up the middle for number 34 for Southern Wells. I believe that's Kane Moore.
Carry by number 34, Kane Moore.
And hey, if he runs it like that, the Bears might be asking for some more.
By number 8, Trey Hohola. The first and 10 for the Raiders, ball on the 50-yard line.
So again, start of the fourth quarter here. Raiders have the lead, 28-21. Tigers overloading that long side of the field. Getting ready to blitz off that edge. And they do. Raiders hand it straight up the middle. Good play call. 34, Kane Moore again.
Number 34 on the carry for Southern Wells, Kane Moore. Gain of 5 yards on the play. Tackled by number 84.
So second down. Raiders are inside Bluffton territory. 5 yards to go.
I'm surprised they didn't run him earlier. He was running last week.
The second down
11 minutes here left in the game.
45-yard line.
Raiders going to continue to try to milk a little more of that clock. Single back formation, wings to both sides. Again, that'll put a man in motion here for Southern Wells. Man in motion's Barkus. Hand off once again to Kane Moore. So he's got the quick feet. Very close to the first down line. See where the officials spot it. Official on one side. I think he's going to be about half a yard short. So that'll bring third down. And
By number 34, Kane Moore. Tackled on the play by
12.35 inches to go. Eagle eye up here. Know exactly where we're at.
That's pretty good measurement from all the way up here there, Kevin.
Scott, we got those first down lines working yet on the screen there?
No. I'm still struggling with the clock. Come on.
So about half a yard short here for Southern Wells. Single back formation. And Bonowit's going to say, hey, I'll just do it myself. Takes off through there, catching the Tigers off guard and gets it down to close to the 10-yard line. Not sure if the Tigers had their eyes set on Barkus going in motion there, but ball was snapped before they knew it. Bonowit was 5 yards downfield.
First down and 10 for the Raiders, ball on the 13-yard line.
So Raiders inside the red zone now, under 10 minutes left in the game. And Raiders going to line back up into that wishbone formation. Single receiver set. Normal for the Raiders. Taking their time. Play clock down to 2. Here's a snap. Hand off left side to Barkus. Good cut inside. Tries to get skinny. Picks up a couple yards on the play. So now right around the 10-yard line for the Raiders.
Gain of 3 yards on the play. Tackled on the play by the Tigers by the corner Eskridge.
Clock continues to roll. And Raiders set up, taking their time up to the line of scrimmage. Single back formation. Wings to both sides. Look for that guy to go in motion. That's Barkus. Keeper that time by Bonowit. He's going to keep it, take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders again.
Bryce Bonowit on the carry for the Raiders.
So pushing it up 34-21 as the Raiders get back that score. With 8:47 left in the game. See if the Raiders decide to kick. Looks like Barkell's getting ready, and he will. The Raiders going to huddle up first. Set up for the extra point. Snap is high. Raiders going to try to dump one in, and Gerber unable to hold on to it as they try for 2. Not sure if that was the planned play or if someone yelled fire out there.
That's going to leave the scoreboard, the Subway scoreboard, 34-21, favoring the Southern Wells Raiders. We're at 8:47 in the fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout. Thank a couple sponsors.
Restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart. The Big Philly Cheesesteak. Every meat lover's dream. With lots of steak smothered in melted cheese, it's easy to see why this classic is the taste that Philly is so proud of. Subway melts loaded up with your favorite fresh fixins and lots of ooey gooey melty cheese. They're the ultimate in flavor. For a limited time only, try the chicken cordon bleu or the chicken marinara melt. It's melted goodness made irresistible. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you on North Main and inside Walmart.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network. We're now available on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, just click the subscribe button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once we hit a certain number of subscribers, we get to add some extra features. So be sure to just go ahead and just click the subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything. And the kickoff is going to be taken out of bounds by Marcus Morgan, and the Tigers. But it's going to feel like the field's really short. We'll start off on the 25.
First down and 10 for the Tigers.
Now down by 13, 34-21. See if I can get my clock back on the right second. 8:45 to go in the ball game. Tigers, after going the bulk of the first half with Eskridge out in the slot, now have them in the backfield. And they'll hand off to Dwayne again. He's got a blocker out in front and stiff arms the first tackler, but Barkis gets enough of them to drag him down.
It's kind of like watching Pee Wee football, Scott. Hand the ball off, run it outside.
Right.
And it's not usually a design play in Pee Wee football to run it outside. It's always in the A gap, but they don't want to go.
They don't want to go there, right? That looks a little too skinny. I think I'll just keep going left.
He just ran 25 yards for 1 yard gain.
This time it was 3 yards. Second down and 7. Back split. And a little counter to Eskridge. And Eskridge fights his way through the first line of defense, gets into the secondary, and that should be enough for a first down.
6 yards on the play. Tackled for the Raiders by number 21, Braxton Gerber.
See, this stopping the clock to move the sticks thing is really throwing me off.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
See, now I have to, like, catch up. See, and it's hard. It's hard to get paid more for this. First and 10, Tigers. Davis, kind of an awkward pitch out to Eskridge.
Wayne Eskridge on the carry for the Tigers, gain of 2 yards.
Kind of floated that thing out there.
It looked designed to be that way, but it didn't look very pretty.
It did not look pretty. Pickup of 2.
Float one like that too many times, you'll hand it off to the wrong guy.
Yes, you will. Twins on the far side. And Davis, another low snap. He's gotten a lot of low snaps tonight. This time, not sure if that's Lockwood or Hohola, but didn't get much.
I think it was Lockwood.
Brandon Lockwood on the carry. Short gain.
Boy, another big third down situation for the Tigers. Third and, 8 or 7 or 8 yards. Clock winding down near 7 minutes. They'll go trips to the far side. Eskridge in the slot. And Davis, another low snap. Looking across the middle. It's going to be incomplete, and the Tigers are going to have to punt it away. Well, I tell you what, the Raiders' defense has made some pretty big stops tonight. And after picking up a score, they're going to go for this?
It looks like they're keeping the offense on the field.
Wow, boy, if they don't convert this fourth, this thing's pretty much wrapped up. This is a big fourth down situation. Tigers have got to pick it up. 4th and 8. Eskridge in the slot on the far side. Davis pumps, looking downfield, looking for Hohola, and it's going to be too far.
It's a good job by the Raiders that time of not getting anywhere near the intended receiver for a pass interference call.
And once again, the Tigers will turn it over on downs. I think that's the third time tonight they turn it over on downs. And the Raiders will take it over. We got an update from Leo. Belmont, 24. Leo, 21.
That's a pretty tight ball game there at Leo tonight.
I'm a little bit. Well, I got you said that Leo quarterback's injured, right?
I believe so. Wishbone formation here. Raiders starting on a very good field position. Ball hand off the right side, right around B gap. And picking up about a yard on a play is number 25, Cody Bass.
Kevin, I got a Mettler fish sandwich that says the Raiders do not throw the ball again for the rest of the ball game. You want to take me up on that?
Honestly, I don't. This could be one of those opportunities to do a little play action right here.
Is that a yes?
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
No?
I'm really feeling some play action coming up. This is
but not enough to take that bet, though.
No. Yeah, not enough to take the bet.
Not enough.
I haven't had my Mettler fish sandwich yet. It's still on the list.
I would like a play action pass call right here. Just because you're deep in your own territory, the Raiders can run the football. And now being
just because you're up by 13, there's 5 minutes on the clock.
I like the play action pass right here. Why not put it away? Still a lot of time left on the clock, and with Eskridge out there, he can bust a nice little 70-yard run anytime.
Fish sandwich and steak tips.
Nah, they're not going to run it right here. I guarantee that one. Oh.
Flags on the play.
And that might put the Raiders back about 5 yards. Oh, they're going to call it on Bluffton. Wow. Okay.
Triple or nothing.
Can't do
so
it.
Now
fish sandwich, steak tips, and a funnel cake.
I got to play action coming. I know it. I can feel it.
But you're not taking the bet.
Because it's third down and short. Raiders deep in their own territory. Gosh, that'd be a good time for a play action
pass.
That'd
be
right
a good
here.
time to run the ball twice.
It'll be third down and 2 for the Raiders. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Hand off left side to Barkus. And he may be short here. In fact, the official marking about half a yard short.
Sunwell's carry by Gavin Barkus. Short gain on the play.
Maybe if you add the zum stick in
there. Zum stick, that'll take it over the top.
I still can't do it.
We're going to get a timeout called here, which
Timeout by the Tigers.
allows me to fix my clock. We'll be back.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332. Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Welcome back, Raider and Tiger Nation. 4:51 here left to go in the game.
For over 30 years.
And with the big bet going on right now from Scott with the Street Fair, that's like $100 already. Wishbone formation, handoff left side to Barkus. He's going to pick up that first down and maybe about a half a yard more. And that's going to keep that clock rolling. Okay, now they're not going to pass.
Does that mean, did I win the bet? I'm looking for Sim, the official call. Did I actually win the bet? Or did he not take the bet?
Took the bet.
I'm thinking that Kevin skirted that issue long enough to hope that you forgot about the bet.
Oh, is that how it worked? Yeah, man.
Street Fair's pricey. I knew what I was doing. I went to after this play here, wishbone formation for the Raiders. Letting that clock roll, play clock down to 5. As much time off of that thing as they can. Hand off over to the right side. Cody Bass brought down from behind. Years ago, went to a casino down in Tampa, and I think, what do they call that? The Hard Rock Cafe Casino or whatever down there. And I took a $5 bill, put it in the machine to play the little computer games. Played one play. I kept waiting. I was like, when do I get my next play? No, it was $5 for that one play. And I said, no, I'm not doing anything the rest of the night. I thought I was going to get like 10 little butt cushions or something out of that.
And all because of that, I'm not going to win a Mettler fish sandwich tonight.
You ask anybody that knows me, they'll say, Kevin, yep, he's cheap. Pitch over the left side. Wow, a heck of a pitch over the left side. That almost could have been pitched to the wrong team as well.
That does not count as a pass. It sort of looked like one.
Someone's slow to get up over there. Looks like a Tiger player. They're going to help him up. He's going to gingerly
like Matt Hilton
this way.
Slow getting up there.
Yeah, Matt's got nicked a couple times this year.
So just under 3.5 minutes left here to go in the game. Raiders got a 2-score lead. Third down now for Southern Wells at about 6 yards to go. And that clock's going to tick, tick, tick.
Third down and 5 for the Raiders.
Single back formation. Bonowin watching that play clock. Here's a snap. Oh, I should have taken that. Southern Wells does go into that play action pass and gets the first down.
Wow, Scott, you're lucky he didn't take that there. Kevin would have been eating very well.
I thought it was going to be earlier.
Tomorrow.
Tackled by number 19, Jared Walborn on the play.
What are the few times I actually catch a break?
First down and 10 for the Raiders. Ball on the 15-yard line.
Scott, go ahead and treat yourself tomorrow, would you? So 2:40 here left. First and 10 for the Raiders. Now inside the red zone. Bonowit's going to pick it up himself. Take it for about a 3.5-yard gain. Official's going to get a timeout. Bluffton.
We'll be back.
Over 30 years, Dewey Soft Water and Appliance, located at 231 North Wayne Street in Warren, has been selling and servicing appliances for your home. They feature Maytag appliances, Pentair water softeners, and Aquaflow reverse osmosis systems to make your home's water clearly better. And when you purchase from Dewey's, the experienced professionals will deliver and install it properly and test it in your home so you can have peace of mind. They also have salt and bottled water delivery service available. Dewey Soft Water and Appliance. Call 1-800-356-4440. That's 800-356-4440. Dewey Soft Water reminds you, if troubled, try prayer.
Hi, this is Brent Heidi of Heidi Chrysler in Bluffton. The good old days of shopping for a car. No high-pressure sales, people who knew your name, an owner on the premise who cared. You can still experience that at Heidi Chrysler. Instead of free hot dogs and gimmicky sales, you will find friendly, hassle-free salespeople who will help you to find the right Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram vehicle that fits your budget and lifestyle. Since 19...
Welcome back, Raider and Tiger Nation. 2:19 left here in the game. Raiders going to that wishbone formation. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. And Raiders going to go for this sweep to the outside of the QB, and that's Bonnewick going to make it in once again. I tell you what, it's a good thing they've reinforced this ceiling up here. It sounds like somebody's about ready to fall through it. I'm just glad we're not getting hit with fluorescent light bulbs here.
Yeah, there's been some pretty good bangs up above us tonight.
So Raiders going to line up to kick the extra point. So 40-21 in favor of the Southern Wells Raiders as they look to wrap up Street Fair bragging rights. Kick is up. Looking pretty good from my house. And it is. 2:11 left. Raiders have the big lead.
41-21. That's your Subway scoreboard. 2:11 left to go in the ball game. We'll be right back.
Montpelier Ag LLC is locally owned and operated by Southern Wells grad Bill Bonham. Montpelier Ag LLC offers your hometown advantage by keeping costs down and dealing with someone you know. Located at 240 West Windsor Street in Montpelier, open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturday from 8 to noon. Bill invites you over to the store, have a cup of coffee while you're there, and check out the inventory of farm and garden supplies, pond supplies, pet food, and bird seed, and more. Montpelier Ag LLC, proudly supporting high school sports.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. Scott Mentzer, Kevin Sills, Sim Kipfer on the call. You got the A-team tonight.
Da, 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 da.
Raiders will kick it off. Up by 20. Fielded by DeCorian Eskridge at the 40. He's going to push his way forward, and Tigers will have the football near midfield, 2:05 to go. Woodland game has gone final. Sim and Kevin are 2-1, I think, on their score predictions. Final at Woodland. Sim.
45-0.
55-7.
How many points do you have to be off before we consider it a miss?
10.
21-0.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
So you guys are 2 for 2.
Man.
All right. Here's one a little bit easier, a little softball coming to you. Norwell East Noble.
Well, you said it was going to hit the century mark, 100 to nothing. What the heck?
I think I might be a little more conservative and
99?
go like maybe
99?
Maybe 58-0.
58-0. 49-6.
So they got a touchdown.
They got a touchdown, I'm assuming. Got a touchdown. Here comes the Tigers. Just a couple minutes left in the football game. See if they can notch another score. Twins either side. Davis drops back. Going downfield. Has a man open. Complete to Garrett Walborn. Bonnewood pulls him down to the 10.
Davis pass for Garrett Walborn is good for 40-yard gain.
Threw right into double coverage there and completed the pass.
Nice catch by Garrett. All the way down to the 10. 1st and 10 Tigers is 1:57 to go. Tigers trying to punch one in here late. Davis drops back. He's got Eskridge cross and goes into the end zone. Incomplete.
Tim Davis pass for Trey Hohola, incomplete.
Looking for Hohola in the end zone.
Goal for the Tigers at the 10.
Second and goal. Second and goal from the 10. $1:48 left to go in the ball game. Davis back to pass again. Across the middle into traffic. Incomplete.
I think he was very lucky that pass was not.
Yeah, there was one black jersey, about 4 white jerseys.
Maybe he's colorblind. I'm colorblind. I can understand. If you ever watch the Bears play, Jay Cutler's definitely colorblind.
I don't even want to talk about football. Third and goal. Triplets up top. Eskridge in the slot. Walborn wide down low. Going into the corner and too high.
Tim Davis pass intended for Dwayne Eskridge.
Looking for Eskridge in the corner.
Bring up 4th down and goal for the Tigers at the 10.
That'd be 4th and goal. Official clock says a minute 39. Mine says a minute 37. Of course, mine is wrong. But I figure if I'm plus or minus 15 seconds, I'm doing pretty good. Davis again. Pumps. And, oh, might have got it. Touchdown. That's why you practice the tip drill.
Tim Davis pass is good to number 85, Nick Huffer.
Nick Huffer with the touchdown. And Hannah will try for her 4th point of the night. The snap, and they'll fake it. Davis looking into the end zone, and no good. And your Subway scoreboard at a minute 35 left to go in the ball game. Raiders 41, Tigers 27. We'll be back.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, I can help you get to a better state because I'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it. From cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call me, Kevin Beatty, and officially get to a better state with State Farm. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton at 824-1928.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you are looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360.
And the Belmont Leo game has gone final. And the Leo Lions have dropped their first game of the year, 24-21 to the Belmont Braves. So the Leo run in the new Northeast 8 Conference has come to an end. Tigers will kick it off, certainly an onside kick. They'll pop it up. And a lineman's dream catches it and falls down, number 51, Elijah Barkell.
I will say Bluffton didn't seem very aggressive on that onside kick right there. One player really making it there. Kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, it was sort of a half-hearted onside kick.
It was almost like they jogged up there to try to get it.
Okay, I'll go a full-course meal at Fables plus a bottle of wine that says Southern Wells does not pass for the rest of the game.
Runs the ball. I think it's about time for victory formation.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what time it is.
Bluffton have all their timeouts still?
Now they've used a couple, I believe.
Bryce Bonwit on the keep for Southern Wells. Gain of 3 yards on the play.
We'll call a timeout. We'll be back.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with me handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, today and get to a better state with State Farm. 824-1928.
Hi, this is Brent Heidi of Heidi Chrysler in Bluffton. The good old days of shopping for a car. No high-pressure sales, people who knew your name, an owner on the premise who cared. You can still experience that at Heidi Chrysler. Since 1975, we have been there for you after the sale with a service department that has consistently been awarded the 5-star award, the highest ranking Chrysler gives to its dealers. So if buying a car with no hassles and at the right price is what you're looking for, then stop by Heidi Chrysler today. You can find us on North Main Street in Bluffton, and when you do, you'll see that at Heidi Chrysler, our reputation means a great deal.
Bonowit takes it himself up the middle, gets a couple yards on the play. You know, I've got Steve Yenser's cell phone number here. I wonder if he'll answer that. I can get him, tell him we got a meal tonight if you just throw a little pass here.
3rd down and 4 for the Raiders. Ball on the 45-yard line.
So Raiders is taking their time here.
You could tell him it doesn't even have to be complete.
So you don't even have to complete it. You just drop back.
Drop back, fired into
drop back and take
the
stands.
See,
he was going to pass it. It's a good opportunity if the other team had a mascot on the sideline to just knock him out right off the sideline. It's like that old Varsity Blues movie.
The Raiders ever have a mascot, actual Raider mascot?
No. Their logo is a knight on a horse. And I still have never understood that.
The victory formation looks to be in play.
Been a lot more funner if we had a Raider just like the Oakland Raiders and had a pirate as our mascot. That would be a lot of fun.
Get the old spiked helmet.
Yeah. So it looks like the Raiders going to pull one away here. Going to win those Street Fair bragging rights 41-27 in favor of your Southern Wells Raiders.
And that is your final on the Subway scoreboard. We're going to take a break. We're going to give you some post-game stats and come back with our players of the game. We'll be right back.
Supper tonight.
I want Paschetti.
I want Paschetti.
Paschetti's Italian restaurant, where yes, you can get spaghetti and so much more. Subs, sandwiches, burgers, calzones, pizza, salads, and a whole menu full of Italian cuisine and desserts. Paschetti's restaurant is conveniently located at 229 West Market Street in Bluffton, and they're open for lunch 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Fine, we'll go to Paschetti's, but I want some garlic knots.
Paschetti's, open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays 11 to 8 p.m. Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, 229 West Market Street in Bluffton. Costly misconceptions about collision repair. Brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance company is responsible for selecting the shop to repair your vehicle.
False. Insurance agents and adjusters have no authority in telling you where to have your vehicle repaired. It's your investment and responsibility to select a competent collision repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
He shoots. He scores. It's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces, powered by her heartbeat, are awesome.
Our fun jewelry, stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, jewel pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniel's.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's, open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Welcome back to the TW Fable postgame show. Scott Menzer, Kevin Sills, Tim Kipper on the call for you tonight as the Southern Wells Raiders have improved to 5-1, knocking off the Bluffton Tigers 41-27. Tigers will drop to 2-4. Quickly by quarters, Tigers are up 14-7 at the end of the first. Southern Wells up 21-14 at the end of the first half. It was 28-21 at the end of the third, and your final 41-27. Raiders on top. Quick stats: Tigers finished with 329 yards of rushing, or 29 yards of offense, 151 on the ground, 178 in the air. Southern Wells finished with 280 yards on the ground, 9 yards in the air for 289 yards. Time of possession: Raiders with 20 minutes, Southern Wells with 28 minutes. Tigers were 13 for 24 in the air. Bluffton was 13 for 24. Southern Wells was 1 for 3. Rushing tonight, Bryce Bonowit, 13 rushes for 158 yards. Gavin Barkas picked up 45 on 14 carries. Bass 32 on 14. Trissel 26 on 7. For Bluffton, where's my rushing yardage? Bluffton, Eskridge, 104. Gavin Barkas for the Raiders, 7 tackles, 4 with assist for the Tigers. Matt Hilton, 8 tackles, 2 assists. Colton Moore, 8 tackles, 1 assist. Well, guys, final thoughts tonight?
Bryce Bonowit show for the Raiders. On both sides of the football, he made a couple big tackles on Dwayne Eskridge to stop some big possible runs.
Anything from the Raiders' perspective tonight that surprised you?
No. I mean, one thing that they really did a good job tonight of not making mistakes, limiting penalties. They made that one interception, something probably Coach Enser maybe might take back for himself, but it's one of those plays you want to try to open it up a little bit, make them think about something else, and the game's really close at that time. But other than that, Southern Wells played a typical Raider football game, and no mistake. Run the football.
Yeah, 1 penalty tonight for the Raiders all night long. Sim, on the Tiger side, anything that surprised you tonight?
I'm surprised they didn't run the ball more. They came out in the first half with Eskridge lined up in a slot. Didn't hardly put him in the backfield. And it just seemed like the offense just struggled the whole night. And so that
I think you need to have that threat of Dwayne in the backfield, at least enough to make your pass plays a little bit more effective. When you know he's not going to be in the backfield, he's always going to be in the slot. It kind of takes that run option away. And then in the second half, they started to put him in the backfield. Things opened up a little bit. But Tigers just never really found a rhythm tonight offensively, no matter what they did. And you got to give a lot of credit tonight to the Raiders for keeping them off balance.
Raider defense, it did very well. Didn't allow the big play. The Tigers sort of rely on that big play to get their momentum going, and just couldn't break it tonight.
Well, and the Raiders were really good inside the 20 tonight defensively. Mm-hmm. Several stops tonight where the Tigers had opportunities to score, and the Raiders turned them away. I mean, you tack a couple more touchdowns on this score sheet, and this is a totally different ball game. So great defensive stops by the Raiders tonight. And they earned this one. I mean,
and great kicking game as well.
Great kicking game.
Really put the kind of the nail in the coffin for them, as they were always constantly back.
I mean, those two kicks that backed them up inside the 10, the Tigers were 3 and out on both of those possessions, and it really, that first kick that set them down inside the 3. Quickly, let's give us our New Holland players of the game, and I think Kevin already tipped his hand on the Southern Wells side.
Bryce Bonowit.
Bryce Bonowit, indeed. 158 yards on the ground, played solid defensively, did a little bit of everything tonight. Bryce Bonowit is your player of the game on the Southern Wells side. Now, a little different, tougher call tonight for the Tigers, Sim. I have got my thoughts, but I'm going to throw it your way here.
I've been struggling trying to come up. No one really stood out tonight, in my opinion. I would, even though he didn't gain a lot on the ground, Tim Davis, I think, has to be, he did well from the air. We had more passing yards tonight than we had running yards.
See, what did Tim finish up with? 14 yards on the ground, 178 in the air. I was going to go on the defensive side of the ball and give it to Colton Moore tonight. I think Colton's had a number of games tonight, but I'm okay. Tim Davis is your New Holland Tri-County player of the game on the Bluffton Tiger side. New Holland Tri-County on the south side of Bluffton on Route 1. People and equipment you can trust. New Holland Tri-County. Next week, the Raiders have
AC.
AC, is that at home?
I believe, yes, it is at home for Southern Wells.
So at home, Kevin will be back on the call for you, and I believe the Tigers go on the road at Heritage.
Yep,
and speaking of going on the road, Sim, you're going on the road.
We'll be on the road tomorrow afternoon.
And you will land yourself in
Paradise Island in the Bahamas. At 8 p.m. tomorrow
and all I got
night.
is Sills over here telling us it feels like Florida in Bluffton, Indiana.
It's going to feel like the Bahamas.
Need my bro tank on.
Hey, just a reminder, if you're still listening tonight, you want to catch some good entertainment, check out the Bluffton Idol at the Street Fair tomorrow night. I think it's a 7 o'clock start. It'll be a good show. It always is. Seventh year in the running, the Bluffton Idol Street Fair on the main stage tomorrow night. Kevin Sills will not be participating in that contest. As Dale shut him out, ripped up the application, told him no. Lots of Congress tricks as to why he was not allowed to be involved. So you will not see him, but plenty of other people much better looking than Kevin, even though Kevin's pretty nice looking.
Sitting a little close to me, Scott.
That's going to do it for us tonight. I'm Scott Menser. I'm joined by Kevin Sills and Sim Kipfer. Next week, Raiders home taking on Adams Central Tigers on the road to Heritage. Have a great weekend.